Hi guys! Like any good mama, you're probably concerned as to whether or not intermittent fasting is actually safe while you're pregnant or breastfeeding. But I can assure you it's generally considered safe, and I'm going to be going over 5 things to help you keep in mind while you're going through your intermittent fasting to make sure that you and your baby are getting adequate nutrition. So I've been intermittent fasting for 3 years now, and that would entail my pregnancy as well as almost the first 2 years of my baby girl's life. So my baby was exclusively breastfed from the moment she was born until 6 months of age, when she started incorporating more solid foods, and she's continued to breastfeed throughout these remaining months. And I've been restricting my feeding window that entire duration to ensure I continue getting the benefits of intermittent fasting as well as maintaining my weight through the pregnancy process and such. The first thing you're obviously going to need to keep in mind while intermittent fasting, while pregnant or nursing, is getting adequate nutrients. So if you are fasting for 12 to 18 hours per day, which is typically recommended for general health, that equates to a possibility of only 6 hours per day that you'll be eating. So you have to be very intentional and give a lot of forethought to what you're putting in your body during those 6 hours to ensure that you're not only getting enough nutrients, but that your body's able to absorb those nutrients when they are ingested. So for instance, protein and calcium are of particular concern in this area because those are 2 nutrients that require little increments of absorption at a time. So let's say you ate a giant protein shake or you took a calcium supplement. Likely you're not going to get the benefits of the majority of these nutrients because your body can only take in so much protein and so much calcium at once before you start putting excess demand on your kidneys, and then your kidneys have to excrete the excess amount of protein and calcium. So you're literally just consuming extra calories for nothing to make your body work harder. Whole plant foods are going to be your best friend when it comes to intermittent fasting because they contain that fiber in each and every one of the foods. So you're able to break down those nutrients slowly as opposed to getting them from animal products or other processed foods where they'll just go rapidly into your bloodstream, requiring very little breakdown. So your body's taking in all those nutrients at once instead of getting them incrementally in a more packaged form. You're probably only going to be eating 2 meals a day, so make sure you're getting all the necessary macros and micros. That's likely going to be in the earlier hours of the day if you're trying to lose weight, because the longer you wait to eat those calories, the less efficiently your body is going to burn them due to your circadian rhythms and your chronobiology. Just make sure you're getting a variety of the carbs, the protein, the fats, and the micronutrients. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to get obsessive. Just make sure you have a general idea of, oh, I think I had some nuts earlier today, so I don't need to get fat in the next meal, or I'm pretty sure I got my calcium in my spinach or in my quinoa, so I am able to have a little bit more, in this fortified soy milk later in the day or something. I know you have a lot on your mind as a new mama, but these are things that your baby is going to need you to keep track of. You'll get better at it over time. Practice makes perfect. Okay, so number 2, don't go over the 18 hours. That is going to be the maximum amount of time that you're going to want to be fasting, because after 18 hours, you're getting less and less time that you're going to be able to take in your calories. So as a busy mom, there's likely going to be a chance that you're going to have to skip a meal now and then. And when you're only eating twice a day, that's not really feasible. The third thing I want to go over is being consistent with your nursing schedule. As long as you keep up with the frequency, your supply should not dwindle. I have been doing this for, like I said, 3 years now, and I have not noticed any fluctuation in my breast milk whatsoever. My baby is perfectly healthy. She's strictly vegan, and we've always had our very healthy results in our well baby visits and such. So you can rest assured in that area. The fourth thing is to make sure you're taking plenty of water. Now, just because you're fasting doesn't mean you're not taking in fluids, but the only fluid you should be taking in is water. There shouldn't be any need for sweetened beverages like sodas or sports drinks or juices. You should just stick with water if you want to get the maximum benefits. And when you refeed, make sure you're doing it slowly and gradually as opposed to taking in like a bunch of fruit at once. Make sure your sugars are coming in at an incremental basis, because you can't overwhelm your system with a bunch of glucose when you haven't been utilizing those components for so many hours. So just refeed slowly. The last thing is to not overexert yourself. As a new mother, there are going to be lots of demands placed on your mind and your body. It's very important to take care of yourself during this time frame. So if you trial this and decide it's just not for you because it's too stressful and there's too many things to keep in mind and too much planning going on while you're trying to take care of your child, then that's perfectly fine. Do not put more things on your plate than you feel you can handle. Just do this as an experiment. See if it's something that you can work into your daily schedule. If not, then, just stick with a whole food plant-based diet. This also goes for exercise. You want to listen to your body. By all means, exercise, but don't go do a bunch of CrossFit or an Ironman. Just take it day by day and listen to your body. Intermittent fasting while pregnant or nursing is generally considered safe as long as you're fit and in good health. If you are diabetic or taking medications or have any other sort of ailments, you're probably going to need to maintain a more regular feeding schedule. But make sure, regardless of your medical state, that you are discussing this with your physician. As a side note, remember that you only need to take in an additional 200 calories in your second trimester, 300 in your third trimester, and then 450 to 500 while you're breastfeeding. So that's not a lot of calories. The second trimester, you might incorporate a couple additional pieces of fruit. And in your third, maybe a small bowl of oatmeal or even some rice and beans. It's not a lot of food. 500 calories is a very minimal amount. So don't take that as the floodgate to go down to McDonald's. It's not that excessive. So I hope this video was helpful. Intermittent fasting has been a complete game changer in my pregnancy and my nursing experience. I have been able to passively keep my weight at a very healthy range, and I've never before been able to do that in my life. So this has been a blessing for me and my baby. So yeah, I'll see you next time.